Sup everybody, and today I'm going to be making another different kind of video, this time indulging into my art, because I've been aspiring to become an artist and I've really been taking my time to create some wonderful pieces and develop my creativity. And so here, I want to make an art related video focused on polishing one of my favorite illustrations of the Lion reading the book, which obviously you've seen has been used as my profile across all the platforms I've used, and I've created a GIF out of it too. But obviously, the piece itself is kind of old in a way, where when I first sketched it, it was all the way back in 2020, as you see here. And since then, after I've done some scanning and used a digital program to illustrate the colors and complexities of the subject, it led to this as my final work. And although it is pretty good and it's a nice start to my artistic development, I just feel like over the past few years, I began to wane down on my appreciation for it, and the luster for the work has begun to fade as time goes on. And I felt that there could be a time that I could make an improvement on it to create a more presentable piece. So I decided the time has come to recreate this artwork with a much grander improvement on its quality and design. Obviously, art is the main subject in my studies, and through that, I've learned a lot about the ways I could express my art to have more strength. And so with that knowledge, I could apply it to my work so I can experiment with the refinements I could make for this image. So here we go. So, after some time, illustrating a new version of the image, this is my final work. I think there were some strong improvements with the coloring, especially with the feature of cast shadows, since it's one of my biggest obstacles in art. So it's nice that I was able to practice it and start developing myself with this particular element. And I hope to experiment more with other artworks I would make down the road and showcase it to you all sometime. And just for the fun of it, I'll put the original image side by side so we can make more of a comparison here. And looking at the two, there are radical differences between the original and this one, where you can see the original mostly relied on black contour outlines and was pretty surface level with not much like cast shadow effects or any depth of color hues. And like I already said, although there is some minor details of shadow illustrated on the original, it isn't as strong as I could have made it. So now onto the new version, the effects really springed because you can see a lot of cast shadow that is corresponding with the light effect that bounces off the lion. And in addition to that, there's also highlights around it so that the reflection of the light is more rigorous. And then besides that, the only other contrast this one has is obviously the modified background in terms of color and design and other additional details on the subject that you can blatantly notice. So with that wraps up everything about my new illustration and how the dynamics of design really prevails himself from the original. So that's about it with this video, and I hope everyone really appreciated it and liked the gradual changes I made that really made the work more presentable. And I hope those who are watching feel inspired by this and can embrace more on practicing with their creativity development, which I hope they could do so and make some great artworks like the ones we always see in the world. So to end this off, I thank everyone for tuning in.